had a very funny experience with a house agent recently, and I posted the video on my Instagram, and my friends were laughing. They were teasing me and all that. So I decided to make this video for those living in Lagos or any part of Nigeria, because it doesn't apply to just Lagos residents alone, but the ones in Lagos need this the most, because Lagos is a dramatic place. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Princess Vaku Angie, and here we do lifestyle vlogs, drama, and everything creative. Okay, so recently I did a house hunt, and guys, it wasn't funny at all. I know searching for house, especially in a place like Lagos, is quite tedious, but this took me off. I didn't expect this exactly. Like, the drama was something else. So someone recommended this agent to me, and after contacting him, we set up an appointment. I paid the inspection fee. That was after we met. So he took me to somewhere. They told me the place has been taken and all of that. So, well, he said he has another one. He has an agent friend that also has a place, so we should go see it. I said okay. We got to the other agent's place, and he took us to the place I would like, in quotes. We kept going. I was like, I had told them exactly what I want. Like, before I even met them, before I went to meet them, I told them this is what I want, this is everything. Like, I didn't keep any detail. Then I gave them my budget, and they said, they have it, you know. So this second agent took us to somewhere so far from where people are living. I posted the video, like I said, on IG. I'll just put the clip here. He took me before the ocean. I'm like, what's happening? I said, the house is open, it's facing the ocean. Like this, I'm even feeling like it's strange. I experienced it, but it still feels like it's strange, like it's a lie, kind of. I'm like, no, I didn't even express my dissatisfaction. I was weak. I was like, oh no. I thought I had seen it all. What is this? Like, guys, okay, take a look at this. It was like, the place is well ventilated, that nobody will disturb me. It's a peaceful place. So me, I should be living with mommy water. My goodness, I was weak. I was speechless. I was even recovering from fever, and I was stressed. So I was just looking at them. Even the first guy that called him, the first guy I met that called him, he couldn't say anything. He knew I didn't like the place. He knew that it's a no-go area. He was just quiet. Me too, I was quiet. The other guy, he was just marketing the place. I'm like, wow. Welcome to Lagos. So I should open the door or the gates to the house every day and be looking at water. Every night I should be entering the house and be passing water. Wow. So I decided to make this video and list out a few things to look out for when you want to get a place in Lagos, a decent accommodation in Lagos. So the number one thing to look out for is a place that is not flooded. Yes, don't go for a flooded area. Places that whenever rain falls, even if it's just little, the whole place will be messed up, muddy, and moving around will be a challenge and everything. Please make your research properly. You can ask the people around how the area is. Some may lie, some may tell you the truth, some may choose to, okay, I don't want wahala, just follow your heart, make your choice, but just make your findings. Don't be in a rush. No matter how urgent it is, just try to take out little time to make some research. So flooded area, we all know that Lagos is a place of water, like it's surrounded by water, or Lagos is surrounding water. So just make your findings and be sure that whenever it's rainy season, you will not have to suffer or regret living in that area and all of that. Secondly, look out for places that are not noisy. Hold up. I know Lagos is also a noisy place. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to shade this town, but we all know how crazy it is here. There are some places that it is noise that wakes you up. I'm sorry to mention that some religious buildings, areas that have churches, mosques that call for prayers very early in the morning. I'm not against that, but I feel it's a bit off when there's a church building in a residential place, and the first thing that wakes people up is either songs or from megaphone. Actually, that's a megaphone they put outside the building, like they hang it up. Then it comes very early in the morning, or Muslims start early morning prayers, and very early you see people are trying to sleep or struggling to wake up 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and the noise comes. I'm sorry, I don't mean any disrespect to any religion, okay, but if there should be a church building in a residential area, it doesn't need to have this megaphone that is so loud, that is noisy. You can have your worship without that noise. You can invite people, you can have your speaker inside your building and everything, but places where people live, I don't feel it's right. So I personally will look out for areas like that. If it's a place that wakes people up very early in the morning, I'll avoid it. So the third thing to look out for and to avoid is a commercial area. A lot of places here are commercial areas, but there are places that you should avoid living there. Okay, places that before you wake up, just like the previous point I mentioned, before you wake up, voices of people trying to sell things, bikes are moving, vehicles are moving, and the noise is just so crazy. I don't think it's even cool for your mental health, the noise and everything. It can be draining, so avoid that kind of place. So the fourth thing to consider and to avoid is houses that have their landlords living there. It always doesn't go down well. Well, I don't know for others, but you have your landlord in the same house. Some persons have caretakers in the same house, and you see that there are issues up and down. Okay, landlord is complaining of this, landlord doesn't want visitor. That brings us to the fifth point. Avoid houses that will prevent you from bringing visitors. Like, I'm surprised. It is in this town that I got to know that people live in houses where they don't allow visitors. Like, they don't allow someone to come and stay with you or sleep over at your place. Whether your friend, whoever, they don't allow. They give you rules. They give you regulations. Okay, once it's 10 p.m., we're not opening the gates. Once it's 7 a.m., this and that, blah blah blah. Wow, me and my own money. And these people pay huge amount of money to rent these places, and they live by these rules. I'm surprised, to be honest. Please, for your mental health, avoid this kind of places. So the number sixth thing to consider or to look out for and to avoid before living in a place or renting a place is to look out for places that are spiritually attacked. Yes, this has to do with your own spiritual life, because I've heard stories, horrible and terrible stories, of how landlords buried human heads in the compound or in the room you are even going to rent, or the apartment you're going to rent, of how they did fetish things in the place, and people that live there don't progress and all of that. It is not stories. It is not stories. I've had close relatives that experienced that, and the day they were delivered, like, thank God for their lives that they were spiritually grounded. The day they had their deliverance, it was chaotic. And I'm like, wow, so these things happen. So you would have to prayerfully search for a place. It's not about you having the money. It's not about you looking out for neatness and everything. It is about you going into a new place entirely. You don't know who has lived there. You don't know what has happened there, or you don't know what is happening there. So it is left for you to do the needful. Yes, by praying to God for direction, by praying to God for discernment before you pay for anywhere or any space. The seventh thing you should consider is the stability of the power and water. Of course, we need these basic things in a place. That's the first thing most of us ask. Okay, is there water? Is there power? Like, is it stable? I know some places in Nigeria are blessed that they have 80% stable power, but some places 20%. Well, it all depends on the area you stay. So you may not have 247 electricity, but places where they have stable electricity, when there's power outage, it doesn't take a whole day for the power to be restored. Some places it doesn't take more than an hour or two and they restore their power. Like, those people or those places are quite lucky. But you have to look out for these two basic things: clean and stable water, then stable electricity. By stable, it doesn't mean it has to be 100% stable, but 60%, 70% is not bad. Okay, then the last but not the least is to get a place or look out for a place that is accessible to the major city. If you're not staying in the major city, you're staying in the suburbs and all, then you should make sure you get a place that is easily accessible to the main city. Like, if you're not mobile, it should be somewhere that you can easily get a vehicle straight to the city, or highest, if it's Lagos, highest 2 drops, 3 drops. Yes, not a place that you have to take this drop, go to another place, take drop, turn, do this, do that. It's quite stressful, and if you're doing a 9 to 5 job, that will really drain you mentally. So make sure you get a place that you can easily access the major city. And even if you're mobile, it should be somewhere that you can easily drive. You can drive straight to the place. You don't have to take turns. You don't have to go to point A and get to point C before you go to where you want to go to. Then finally, the thing about getting a place or an accommodation in any part of the world or any part of the country — I've not lived in any part of the world apart from Nigeria — well, within Nigeria, the thing with having a good accommodation is when you have good money. Yes, when you have good money, you can have good place in a good environment, nice estates and all of that. Then you have all of these things: stable electricity. Some landlords provide solar energy, and they have big generators in case there's no power, and a lot of things where, better thing than money killer. So it all falls back to having good money. When you have good money, you have a decent place, a comfortable place, and you are happy. But when you have a tight budget, you have to carefully, wisely look out for places. And when you put all of these things I mentioned into consideration and you prayerfully search for a place, I'm sure that you'll be able to get something decent within your budget and you'll be fine. I hope with these few points of mine, you will wisely and carefully seek or look for accommodation. See, if Lagos has not taught you real sense and some form of agbero, toutism, then you've not started. Goodness, you have to develop thick skin to be able to stay in this town. There is no way you want to mind your business. There is no way you want to be in your shell that you will not experience one form of drama or the other, except you want to, okay, you lock yourself in the house. You go to an island, lock yourself in the house from January to December. You will not come out. Let's see how that will play out. It's not possible. As far as you step out, you go to work or your business place, you go to buy things, you do things outside and all of that, you will experience one drama or the other, and that is where your patience will be tested. That is when you will know if you are really a patient person or you are just a patient person by mouth. Guys, Lagos will stress you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, kindly give it a thumbs up. I have other beautiful videos for your viewing pleasure. You will love them. You will relate to them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.